40 games you guys last played Houston. What comes out to you watching them and where they've improved?
They still break you down off the dribble, and they get to the free throw line. They play a little bit different with Jay-Sean attacking the basket. Christian's picking and popping. He can go down and paint a lot, but he can stretch your defense. Sometimes you got to change up your matchups. And then they switch a ton more than they did earlier in the year. So it just seems like every team in the league now is switching 1 through 5. So it's just not allowing that to be a stop sign. Sometimes the switching can be like a zone. You have to play as fast as you can, but under control versus those types of defenses or that type of defense. But their young guys are confident. Porter is not afraid to take big shots in those moments. He has the ball a ton. So, confidence over the course of the season usually happens with young guys.
With Aaron's first stint in the rotation last night, what do you think of the impact he made?
He has an impact on the game in a number of ways. Defensively, he just guards the ball. He's a pest. He's not afraid. He's like a version of Drew. He's just physical. He seems to have a great base guarding the ball. And offensively, he's just not afraid. The only play I wish he would have made a better decision on was the kick out when you had a chance to shoot the layup. He wanted to be aggressive. He was trying to make the right play. I like his toughness. He's not afraid to mix it up.
Is he one of those guys that, despite his size, you can still use him in that role as an off-ball guard just because of his defensive prowess still?
We don't know. I don't want to, after 2 games, make those kinds of declarations and put it out there like that's what we're going to do. But we'll see. I think he has the mentality to do it. Whether or not we go that route, I wouldn't be afraid to put him out there on bigger guys because I know I just watched him for a long time. I knew him way before he knew me. So I kind of know how he plays, his ability to get after people.
What have you seen from Mikal Bridges' growth as a screener? It seems like you guys are able to put him in a little bit more pick and rolls and also just kind of those elbow touches where he makes the handoff and covers that ground when he puts the ball in the floor.
His footwork is the thing that sticks out. He's always got really good balance. It's probably from the 15 million jump stops he did at Villanova. He's just equipped to play in that environment. You got to have really good balance and footwork to set those screens and play in the short roll. And teams are switching a lot against us. We're just trying to take advantage of that. The other stuff is just his game. We work on that stuff, but he just has it in his game. The ball handling, I think, is really helping. Last summer, that was something that he knew he had to improve. Not that he couldn't do it, but the ability to handle the ball and stop on a dime or handle the ball and create is something that we've seen improve in his game this year versus last year.
But when you got JaVale, was obviously trying to figure out how he could knew what he could do in terms of the releases he has now. Like he had a floater the other night. How much is there still more to do with him in those situations, pick and roll and things like that?
I don't know, man. It was like 45. I don't think he's going to add much more to his game. As I've said from the jump, he's a diligent worker. So I don't think he needs to. I think just being really good in your box is what he does well. He can finish over people at the rim. He has the floater 6-7 feet away from the basket. Then his ability to finish with both hands around the basket. Like players mess with their game. I think that's where he's been really good. Is he just stays in his mix, in his box. It doesn't say he can't add something, but just those three things alone are pretty effective, especially when you're playing with Chris and Book and pick and roll.
How do you been in this position as a player now and coach at game before the All-Star break? This team seemed like it's kind of built differently. Did you feel the need to say anything? Because sometimes just human nature, the mind tends to wander and think about all the plans coming up.
I haven't. I just don't think our guys are just focused on tonight's game. That's just how we kind of go about our business. The natural tendency is to do the NBA thing and think about wherever guys are going. That's okay. I don't think that's a bad thing. Again, any job, you're a lawyer, a teacher, what you guys do, you lying if you said you didn't think about off days. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I don't feel the need to talk about it just because of the way we try to keep every day the same in our gym. And I think it's a credit to the players, the way they develop our culture, that we don't allow wins or losses or any other variable to mess with our gym. I think that may help us to be consistent in our approach.
Is it kind of cool seeing the hat that you've worn several times now being sold by the team, and you got a hat with Monty as a model?
I mean, cool. I don't know if I would ever use the word cool next to my name. I see it as a huge blessing and a way for me and my family to serve in a way that I never thought I'd be able to raise whatever finances we can to help with cancer research. It's important, and that's how I look at it. It took them forever to get me to do this, just because it's out of my wheelhouse. I'd rather just write a check and go home, But I think the Bible says, "To whom much is given, much is required." I don't want to be in this position, finish coaching in a few years, and go back to my dock in Texas and not do what I can to raise awareness. It raises $10, and it'll help a family. So that's where it goes past cool. There's a significance that I think we all have in these positions. In my case, to a lesser degree, I watch Book and Chris and DeAndre and all of our guys, what they do in the community, what they do in their home towns. I think it's impressive. So this is me and my family's way of trying to help others, because we've been blessed and helped so much.
What ultimately led to you saying, you know what, I'll roll with this?
I pray about it just because I've never had peace with doing stuff like this. It's just not my wheelhouse, not my comfort level. And I also had to get the okay with my family to make sure that, we're going to kind of put ourselves out there a little bit and talk about what we've been through. I think the pros outweigh anything that would be deemed a con, because there is no con. It's just a way to serve families in this community and serve families around the world, because of the information sharing that takes place between all these hospitals, from St. Jude to Phoenix Children's to Banner, Mayo. They all share this information. And that's what I learned when I spent some time at St. Jude. They don't keep that information. They share it with doctors all around the world so that they can help kids, families that probably wouldn't get the help they need. So when you look at it from that perspective, it makes it an easy decision. It makes you okay with coming outside your comfort zone to do some things that can be a blessing to other families because of what we went through past couple of years.
Monty, are you excited about your part in the All-Star Weekend?
Yeah, I am, but I just can't get it. I can't go there just yet the way I want to. I think it'll hit me once I get my boys there and allow them to, goof around. And I get a lot of joy out of watching them get excited about stuff. But right now, I'm just so focused on But yeah, to your point, like I am. I'm not that boring, Maybe I am, but I try to, have some fun, in life. And
We are 47 and 10. Like, you should have fun with it.
yeah, I mean, the job can take away from the fun at times because you're always trying to get the next win. But, we tell our guys we want to celebrate everything. And I think it's okay to do that. I've learned to let I can't say let my hair down, but I've learned to let whatever it is I need to let down to try to have more fun. But I'm just locked in on tonight because this is a big game. This team is dangerous and they're an NBA team. When they show up, they can kick your butt. And that's my mindset.
I'll ask you again after the game.
Thank you. Thanks,
Yeah, thank you.
Good.